In the words of Kamal Hassan, if my idol Mahatma Gandhi could fight to eradicate corruption at the age of 78, why can't I try at 60? End of quote. Well, this shows that standing for the right thing does not have age limit. What is right is always right, not regarding age or gender. Let's endeavor to do the right thing at all times. Let's shun corruption so we have a better Nigeria. Hello and thanks for joining us on another episode of The Eagle. My name is Aisha Muhammad.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
Today on The Eagle, we shall bring to you reports of activities happening within and outside the Commission. Please sit back and relax as the program continues shortly. The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, says the fight against corruption is on a positive course as corrupt elements no longer flaunt their ill-gotten wealth as was the case in the past. Magu stated this at the EFCC Academy, Kara Abuja, while fielding questions from journalists during the graduation and certificate award ceremony in honor of delegates of the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, who completed a 2-week training course on advanced economic and financial crimes investigation. Martha Echi tells us more.
The anti-graft czar disclosed that corruption was no longer business as usual, where people flaunted wealth recklessly, especially corrupt Nigerians who blocked the entire streets of South Africa and the United Kingdom for parties. The EFCC is determined to deny looters of Nigeria's treasury the pleasure of enjoying the looted wealth, and that's why the Commission continues to seize the money from them. Magu stated that EFCC has trained the Liberian anti-corruption officers and equipped them with the requisite knowledge that will help them fight corruption in their country, Liberia, hoping that more African countries will follow their steps to come and receive similar training, which is aimed at ridding Africa of corruption. In his remark, the Liberian ambassador to Nigeria, Al-Hassan Conte, said on behalf of the Liberian president that Liberia was extending its sincere appreciation and gratitude to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, for granting the request of President George Weah for a bilateral partnership program between the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission, LACC, and the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, in capacity development, technical assistance, and information exchange. The leader of the course participants, Isaac Chia Davis, on behalf of the delegation, thanks the EFCC acting chairman, Ibrahim Magu, the commandant, EFCC Academy, Professor Ladi Hamalai, and the directing staff for the support and hospitality they enjoyed during their stay. The EFCC Director, Organizational Support, Aminu Gusau, in his remark, advised the delegates not to deviate from practicing what they had been taught. The commandant of the EFCC Academy, Professor Hamalai, urged the participants to adopt more preventive measures than reactive in the fight against corruption, stressing that public engagement is very important. Martha Eche, reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is dishonesty and illegal behavior by people in positions of trust. A public office is a public trust. Do not abuse positions of trust for private gains. Stay away from corruption. Nigeria is a great nation, and it is our responsibility to make the country greater. If you notice any act of corruption, please report to the EFCC via info@efccnigeria.org or call 09 904 4751 or 09 904 4752. You can also call 09 904 4753. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
The acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibrahim Mustapha Magu, and President Alpha Conde of Guinea has reached an agreement that will see the commission assist the West African country establish an anti-corruption agency. The agreement was reached in Conakry, the country's capital, following President Conde's invitation of Magu and request for EFCC's assistance towards establishing an anti-corruption agency in the country. Abbas Abubakar Umar tells us more.
Speaking with Magu, President Conde disclosed that the success stories of the EFCC in the fight against corruption in Nigeria informed the choice of the Commission as a mentor organization for his country's anti-corruption agency. Apart from the meeting with Conde, the EFCC chairman held meeting with leading figures in the country's economy towards the proposal. They include Managing Director of the country's agency in charge of private investment, Namori Kamara, the Ministerial Advisor in charge of financial institutions, Dr. Muhammad El Dambuya, Minister of Investment, Mr. Gabriel Cortes, and Special Advisor to President Conde, Mr. Koyate. He also held a meeting with officers from the different law enforcement agencies of the country that include Secretary General of Guinea's High Crimes Commission, Colonel Kamara Tregbore. Addressing law enforcement officers of the country, Magu charged them on the need for collaboration in the fight against corruption. He also called for anti-corruption sensitization of Guineans, assuring that language difference between Guineans and Nigerians will not constitute a barrier in the project execution, as EFCC staff will be available for translation and interpretation at the EFCC Academy, where the Guinean anti-corruption officials will be trained. While commending President Conde's initiative, he said the body language of the president is enough message to the people. It shows that corruption will not be tolerated in Guinea. Also meeting with the delegation of Nigerians in the diaspora at the Nigerian embassy in Conakry, Magu enlightened them on the activities of the commission and further urged them to take advantage of the prevailing conducive business environment in Nigeria and come home and invest in the economy. Abbas Abubakar Umar reporting for the Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, but we fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, but we kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh, women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
The Presidential Advisory Committee Against Corruption, PACAC, has made a case for the appointment of the acting chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Ibrahim Mustapha Magu, as the substantive chairman of the commission. The endorsement of Magu by PACAC was made by Chairman Professor Isse Sage, who led his team on a solidarity visit to the EFCC boss at the commission headquarters in Jabi, Abuja. Amina Kawa has details of the visit.
While declaring that Magu deserves appointment as the substantive chairman of the EFCC, Sage said when you see high quality, merit, dedication, and somebody who is courageous in the fight against corruption, there is no need to search elsewhere. He stressed that PACAG is solidly behind Magu and the EFCC. While expressing support to the commission, Sage stated that EFCC deserves continued support so that it will know it is being appreciated. He expressed optimism that the 9th Senate will do the right thing by confirming Magu when his name is forwarded to it by the President Muhammadu Buhari, saying there will not be any reason for the legislators to reject Magu's confirmation.
You cannot pick up a newspaper any day without seeing something that the EFCC has achieved in terms of charges before courts, in terms of forfeiture of assets. Now we have a very, very firm and thoroughly determined EFCC. As I said, the beginning of the fear of EFCC is the beginning of wisdom now. And the looters now know that they cannot just loot and get away with it. They have to look over their shoulders, because sooner or later they'll be arrested and made to face the law. So we want to congratulate you, and we're pleased that our sister countries have seen the benefits of associating with you and getting some ideas and methods and techniques from you. Those techniques and methods and the orientation which has brought so much glory and achievements to this country. And we know that your activities have extended beyond this country.
Magu, who thanked President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration for giving him every support he had required to achieve the successes recorded by the EFCC, assured the PACAG delegation that he and the EFCC team will continue to give their utmost in the fight against corruption.
I assure you, as long as I am here, we will continue to do the right thing. Believe me, we will continue to, we will chase them out. We will kill corruption. Yes, sir. That was the mandate they gave us. The president said, kill corruption or corruption will kill Nigeria. Yes, sir. That is exactly what we are going to do. We are trained to kill corruption, not to maim corruption. We ensure that everything we do here is within the rule of law. We will not do anything outside the law.
Amina Kawa reporting for The Eagle.
Corruption is a cankerworm, na cankerworm. I said na cankerworm, na cankerworm. Corruption don't finish our country. Nigeria women rise up and come together, oh yeah.
Every woman come out, we could fight corruption together, oh. Every woman fall out, we could kill corruption together, oh.
Them they thief our money, send them obodo yibo. Children they suffer every day, better school in no day. Nigeria women come, oh. Women from every sector, make we fight corruption, we won't kill our country. Them go collect money for light, chop the money, light we no see. Good road and good health and call, we no see. I said na cankerworm, oh, na cankerworm, oh.
Join the EFCC in its crusade to rid Nigeria of corruption. Naija, now we all know.
Acting Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu, has reiterated the need for cooperation among the country's security and law enforcement officers in confronting the security challenges of the country. The EFCC boss made the call when members of Course 28 of the National Defense College, which comprises of senior military and paramilitary officers and civilians from strategic ministries, departments and agencies, as well as delegates from foreign countries who paid a study visit to the Commission. Here are the details of the study tour.
The Commission Secretary, Olanipekun Olukoyede, who received the delegation on behalf of Magu, while noting the need for cooperation among the armed forces, the police and all law enforcement agencies of the country towards national insecurity, said there was no better time the country needed utmost support of other agencies more than now that is facing a lot of insecurity.
If we as anti-corruption agency and also the military come together to partner in the area of national security, I think that will also help the national development of this country. And so that's why we find it quite necessary and imperative to be part of this program, to send the participants to this particular cause, so that they can also learn from the national security perspective. By the time it comes back and we begin to look at how to synchronize what he has learned with what we do, that will also add to our own knowledge in the area of fighting corruption. So that's one of the primary reasons why we have decided to collaborate and partner with National Defense Force.
Directors in the Commission from the Directorate of Operations, Legal, Public Affairs, Special Control Unit on Money Laundering, SCUMO, Asset Forfeiture, Organizational Support and Human Resources engaged the participants with briefs on their activities. Director, Public Affairs Osita Unwaja told the story of the Commission from inception, pointing out the challenges that led the creation of the Commission's various media platforms, including the introduction of its flagship television and radio enlightenment program, The Eagle, as well as the various publications, including Zero Tolerance magazine. He also pointed out various anti-corruption sensitization and reorientation programs run by the Directorate, targeted at different segments of the population. Head Legal and Prosecution, Bola Han Latona, disclosed that the Commission has earned a recorded setting of 1,066 convictions as at October this year.
If you go to section 46 of the EFCC Act, the concept of economic and financial crime is described as non-violent crime committed with the objective of earning wealth illegally.
Ibrahim Musa of Operations Directorate, which is charged with investigation of all economic and financial crimes, decried the unwillingness of some organizations in cooperating with the Commission in the fight against corruption. Professor Ladi Hamalai, Commandant of the EFCC Academy, informed the participants of the upcoming master's degree program in the Academy to be run in collaboration with some institutions in the country.
We have quite a number of certificate training programs that probably start running in the year. We have diploma programs and postgraduate programs that we run in collaboration with Ahmed Bello University. All the programs we run at Academy. We also have 3 HND programs that we are working with NPT for certification, and a few master's programs that we are also working with the University of Abuja and affiliation programs.
Head of SCUMO, Hannapi Baba Ahmad, explained that SCUMO monitors, supervises and regulates the activities of designated non-financial institutions to check money laundering and terrorist financing.
SCUMO was formulated by the FATF, the Financial Action Task Force, because the experts realized that the money launderers, the people that finance terrorism, are actually leaving the financial system because it is properly regulated to the designated non-financial institution. So SCUMO has the mandate to regulate those designated non-financial institutions, businesses and professions, to monitor them against compliance with the Money Laundering Prohibition Act and the Terrorism Financing Act, as well as the regulation. Our functions: 1, to register the designated non-financial institutions, to sensitize them on their mandate, to ensure that they comply with all the various sections like Section 1, prohibition of cash transactions, Section 2. If they receive any inflow of funds or securities, they have the obligation to report. And they should report suspicious transactions and the currency-based transactions under Section 10 and Section 5 of the Money Laundering Prohibition Act.
The delegates comprised 27 participants, made up of 23 military officers and a professor. Others were a colonel from the Zimbabwean Army, a deputy commissioner of police, a director from the Department of State Services, DSS, and a deputy director from the EFCC. Ilyasu Harunabala, reporting for the Eagle.
Every year, $1 trillion is paid in bribes, while an estimated of $2.6 trillion are stolen annually through corruption, a sum equivalent to more than 5% of the global GDP. In developing countries, according to the United Nations Development Programme, funds lost to corruption are estimated at 10 times the amount of official development assistance. Corruption is a serious crime that can undermine social and economic development in all societies. No country, region, or community is immune. The United Nations therefore set aside 9th December of every year as International Anti-Corruption Day, which aims at raising public awareness of corruption and what people can do to fight it. The Eagle crew put this piece together on this year's Anti-Corruption Day, expectations, preparation, and the celebration.
Corruption is an issue that affects all countries around the world. It destroys one's honesty and loyalty through undermining moral integrity. Corruption also undermines democracy, creates unstable governments, and sets countries back economically. By Resolution 58-4 of October 31, 2003, the UN General Assembly designated December 9 of every year as International Anti-Corruption Day. This decision aims to raise people's awareness of corruption and the role of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption in combating and preventing it. The Assembly urges all states and competent regional economic integration organizations to sign and ratify the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, UNCAC, to ensure its rapid entry into force. UNCAC is the first legal binding international anti-corruption instrument that provides a chance to mount a global response to corruption. Nigeria signed the convention on 9 December 2003 and ratified it on 24 October 2004. It is against this background that the government of Nigeria, in conjunction with the United Nations, is hosting a 2-day international conference on the fight against corruption with its theme, fast-tracking the implementation of the UN Convention Against Corruption in support of the SDGs on 4th and 5th December 2019, and a 1-day event on 6th December 2019 to launch the second National Corruption Survey in Nigeria, also as part of the commemoration. The EFCC, in collaboration with agencies of the Federal Ministry of Transport and Maritime Industry, is having a 1-day summit which will take place on Monday, 9th December 2019. Venue, State House Conference Hall, Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. Time, 9 a.m. prompt. This will be preceded by a roadwalk from the EFCC Zonal Office, number 5, Formella Street, off Ademola Adetokunbo Crescent, Wuse 2, Abuja, at 7 a.m. prompt. Host, Ibrahim Mustafa Magu. The theme of the summit is Zero Tolerance in the Transport and Maritime Sector.
Well, we've all heard that announcement. Please endeavor to attend and say no to corruption, as every no counts, and we should all be together in the fight against corruption. With that, we have come to the end of today's episode of The Eagle. You too can be part of this program by sending your inquiries and suggestions to The Eagle at efccnigeria.org, or you like our page on facebook.com/official EFCC, or follow us on Twitter at official EFCC. And of course, you can visit our Instagram page at official EFCC. To watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/official EFCC. You can also send your petitions to info@efccnigeria.org. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Be good ambassadors of your country, shun corruption. Goodbye and God bless Nigeria.